Overqwil is a new evolution of Qwilfish from the Hisui region that was available in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Overqwil will be usable in Generation 9 with the release of Pokemon Home. This is an interesting Pokemon with some very unique qualities, but will it be good enough for the high power level of Generation 9 OU? Let's take a look. I've made videos already about some of the other Hisui Pokemon, such as Lilligant, Basculegion, and Kleavor. Check those out if you're interested, and I'd appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribed to the channel for more informative content about the upcoming Hisui Pokemon and more. Overqwil has a new Dark Poison typing and some solid increases in stats. This is a great defensive typing, with only one weakness to ground, and some valuable immunities and resistances. It also provides a useful immunity to prankster moves, an immunity to poison, and the ability to remove toxic spikes from the field on switch in. Overqwil's new signature move Barb Barrage is a 60 power physical poison move with a 50% chance to inflict poison. If the target is already poisoned, the power of Barb Barrage is doubled. This is an interesting move. Poison is not the best type for a move like this, since the common Steel type is completely immune to the attack, and poison types shrug it off and are immune to the poisoning effect. Still, this is a solid move that can be useful and threatening, and it could have a strong synergy with toxic spikes. Overqwil has access to Swift Swim, just like Qwilfish. However, Dark Poison typing is a strange combination for a Swift Swim Pokemon. You're competing with other Swift Swimmers who have Water Stab boosted by the rain. Overqwil might not be as threatening as the Water-type Swift Swimmers, but it could be a useful utility Pokemon on rain teams. Overqwil's great defensive typing can provide a bit of a backbone for rain teams, with its ability to come in on common threats like Goldango and other Ghost or Dark types. With access to Spikes and Toxic Spikes, Destiny Bond, Taunt, and that extra speed from Swift Swim, this could actually be quite a useful Pokemon. Getting a fast Spike up, threatening to trade with something important using Destiny Bond, and even threatening a speedy Crunch or rain-boosted Waterfall sounds pretty good. Being a hazard setter weak to ground is not a great quality. Great Tusk is the most common rapid spinner in the game at the moment, and I'm sure it'll continue to stick around even after the release of Pokemon Home. Landorus Therian is also coming back with Defog. Overqwil's access to Destiny Bond does give it a good mind game option against these ground types. If Overqwil makes a spike as their Great Tusk is coming in, the Great Tusk user is in an awkward position. If they use a ground move, they are taking the huge risk of losing their Great Tusk to Destiny Bond and no longer having the ability to rapid spin. You can also then get a powerful Swift Swim Pokemon in after your Overqwil faints and start going for the throat with the support of a spike to further chip things down. This is a weird one to evaluate and a completely unique set of traits for a Swift Swim Pokemon, but I think Overqwil could actually end up being a valuable choice on rain teams. Another option for Overqwil is Intimidate, a great defensive ability that is going to enhance your bulk and make you more effective as a defensive hazard setter and support Pokemon. There is some stiff competition for this role in Gen 9, and the biggest competitor that comes to mind is Ting-Lu, another bulky Dark-type hazard setter. Ting-Lu is probably the superior choice most of the time, with its absurd bulk and overall fantastic utility. Overqwil does have a few traits that set it apart, however. Overqwil is neutral to fighting, fairy, and ice, while Ting-Lu is weak to those types. It also has access to unique options such as Toxic Spikes, Toxic, Taunt, and immunity to poison, and the ability to clear toxic spikes from your own field. These are some pretty solid traits that other Pokemon in the metagame don't provide at the moment. Ground weakness isn't great, but alongside a bulky flying type like Corviknight, Overqwil could be an important ingredient in a strong defensive core. Another thing to note is that since Qwilfish Hisui has an evolution now, that means it can hold an Eviolite. This is an item that only not fully evolved Pokemon can use. This could actually be a good choice to fill a similar role to a defensive Overqwil. At the cost of some health, you can reach an impressive defense stat of 442 with full investment, a pretty big difference from Overqwil's max 317 defense. You can also achieve better mixed bulk than Overqwil if you run a bold nature and invest EVs in special defense to get the most out of the Eviolite boosts. This could let you come in on something like Iron Valiant more effectively by now being able to pretty decently shrug off its Moonblast. Overqwil still has Chip Heal and Trick Insurance with Black Sludge and a higher HP and attack stat, but Hisuian Qwilfish does have some valuable traits too that could definitely be usable. Honestly, going into this video, I expected to evaluate Overqwil as a UU Pokemon. At a glance, it didn't look great. But the more I think about it, the better it sounds. Its typing really is great, and it has a lot of strong qualities. I really love the design of this Pokemon. This is a type profile that we have seen before on things like Alolan Muck, but I love what Overqwil provides and the way it plays to the strength of that typing with its strong utility move pool and strong abilities. The biggest thing holding it back is just the stats, which are a bit lower than the standard power level of most Generation 9 Pokemon at the moment. However, with the help of Intimidate and that fantastic typing, I believe this Pokemon will be able to carve out a niche in OU, even if it doesn't end up technically ranked in OU by usage. What do you think of Overqwil? Does it look solid? Or a bit too weak for the Gen 9 power level? What Hisuian Pokemon are you looking forward to, and what would you like me to talk about next? Let me know down below in the comments, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel for more Gen 9 gameplay, discussion, and informative content. Thank you to the patrons. If you'd like to see a team that you built feature in one of my videos, or request a video topic for me to cover, take a look at my Patreon link in the description for more information.
The money got different, 'cause of what I'm spending. The money got different,
oh, it's
'cause of what I'm
Megaphone!
spending.
Whoa,
The money
KO'd
got
by one
different,
hit! It
'cause of
scattered
what I'm
spikes!
spending. The money got different, 'cause of what I'm spending.